Well, I bought a boat and it's a nitro 21 foot for $2,500. See if we can get it fixed up. Excuse the mess, but it needs a lot of work. It needs some new carpet. Obviously, this carpet's trash. The gel coat is oxidized really bad. So we're gonna fix that first because that's the cheapest thing to fix, as long as you know how to do it. Came with a Hummingbird 7-inch Helix. The seats are trash. Needs a lot of work. Like I said, just needs to be washed right there. Came with a 4-Trex on it, the Hummingbird 898s. We're gonna take all these grafts off, or both the grafts off, and fix her up with new grafts. The motor is a 225 Mercury Optimax. Like I said, it's a Mercury 225 Optimax. We're gonna be, completely sanding down this motor and repainting it. The engine also does not have a lower unit. As you can see, the lower unit is trash and needs to be fixed. Still a lot of oxidation on the back. Needs a new light, new seats, new carpet, like I said. Other than that, it does run. It turns over. So we're gonna see about that. Like I said, $2,500 for a 21 foot nitro. Not a bad deal. Beat my wife in the car. I got a lot of work to do, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I already did some of the gel coat. As you can see, this side is pretty bad, but if you go to this side, you can tell where I've worked on it and made it a little more sparkly and shiny. So that is pretty nice. Better view with the sunlight right here. Not a whole lot of oxidation left. I think it actually looks good. I thought there would be a little bit in there, but I think it looks fine. So for the gel coat, we're gonna be using 1,000 grit, 2,000 grit, and 3,000 grit sandpaper. And we're gonna just do this over and over again, wet sanding the boat until it shines like that other side. So first things first, I just got a spray bottle with water and a tiny bit of Dawn dish soap. And I'm gonna take my 1,000 grit sandpaper, get it really wet, get the boat really wet with the spray bottle, and then start sanding it. Alright, so it's already starting to feel real nice. You can still see there's some oxidation in it. Should come out with the 2,000 grit though, but it's already feeling a lot better than this coarse stuff over here. Now we're going to be going back over it with the 2,000 grit sandpaper, still keeping it wet and keeping the sandpaper wet, just going back and forth motions and then up and down motions also. Alright, you can tell that's the old, and then I kind of started the rod buckle so you can kind of see that line where it gets newer. That's going to be your 2,000 grit. Now we're going to go back over it again with 3,000 grit, making sure we get all those little scratches from the 2,000 grit out of there. And then that's the best thing to do. That's kind of where I stop. You can go up to 4,000 or 5,000, or you can just buff it out like that, and then it should shine like an angel. This is the old stuff. You can see it's still a little wet. Like this part's wet, that's why it's shiny. I haven't done anything to that, but if I dry it off, it goes back to that oxidized stuff. Really coarse, you can feel it with your hands, but then you come up here to where I did the 3,000 grit at, and it gets very smooth with your hands, very smooth. I think it looks great. I'm still gonna buff it, wax it, stuff like that, but just the 3,000 grit compared to that looks absolutely amazing. You can kind of see the line. I didn't really have a piece of tape, so there's just a kind of a weird line right there. But that looks great, and if you want to see more, please subscribe. This is the other side already done. I don't really know how to get these cracks out. I'll probably have to look up a video on how to do that. But this side looks pretty well nice, pretty mirror shined. I also installed these lights because the guy I bought it from had some lights up here that he had taped on. So I'm gonna sand all this off too, this old tape. There's also all this brown stuff on the bottom side of the boat that we're gonna have to get off with sandpaper because it will not come off with pressure washing, magic eraser, nothing. So we're gonna have to get it off with sandpaper with the same method that we just used. And shout out to the wife and baby Stella's who made her appearance about almost a month ago now. So now that I showed you that one part, we're gonna finish the entire boat. Probably not gonna get it all on camera because phone's about to die.